When the story starts, I kind of sit down and I start writing, and a story will start very differently than it'll end, but it's the process of sitting down and looking at a blank page and starting to write. I actually write all of my screenplays longhand before I type them, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. It makes me feel like I'm letting whatever energy flow through me to the page, and eventually it turns into a story. Well, going back to The Beat, the first movie I did when I was very young, as opposed to just being sort of young now. And it started as two movies, and if you've seen that movie, it's a split narrative where a decision defines the directions a guy's life takes. And I decided it started as two movies. I was writing one movie and I had an idea to write another movie, and eventually the two movies sort of collided. And that's one of the questions that I get most often is, what is the ending? What does it mean? And I don't, honestly, I don't know. It's what you want it to mean. It's what you want to take from it. My goal in that movie and in this movie is that you take the journey, you experience these things with the people on the screen, and hopefully you feel like, oh, I kind of know that guy, and I know a dude that's kind of like that, and you put it all together. And I don't want to tie it into a bow and give it to you. I want you to think about it, go away, talk about it, tell your friends to get the DVD.
The Beat, The Last Blues. When are you going to make a movie with a more complicated title?
I'm working on that. Actually, the next movie that I'm working on is called Down Home, so that's 2 words. So I'm building my way up.
I met Brandon at the Maryland Film Festival. There was a film that I had done that was there, and there was like 3 of us that kind of hung out together. And I knew nothing about this. And we exchanged numbers, and you do that. And
we bonded over the fact Henry's also from Houston, so I think that's how it started.
Yeah, but when I got back, I think it was within six or 7 months.
It was.
Yeah, I got a call saying that I'm doing this film and there's a role in it, and I'm an actor and work is work, so I enjoyed it. But this was particularly good for me because it was about the characters, and I'm from the theater, so character work is really important to me.
The reshoots were another day. By reshoots, I mean I borrowed a dude's camera and took a couple people out and we reshot, which actually is what happened. Like, I actually borrowed a dude's camera and we got Steve and Ty and a few other people together and went out, and I save all the costs. I still have the costumes just in case.
Brandon had his stuff together, which I really appreciated. And there are a lot of directors that come in and just kind of wing making movies because they have a lot of time and a lot of money. But he didn't have a lot of time and he didn't have a lot of money, and and he had to be prepared.
We put it out there in front of everyone that we possibly could, and eventually we came across Level 33, very small distribution company, but they see a lot of potential in the film and they're doing their best to put it out there. November 23rd on DVD. Please, please, please get it. Please. Did I say please? Please. Put it on your Netflix queues, Amazon. It's going to be everywhere you look, so please spread the word. Our Image for setting this up. You guys have been amazing. It's been beautiful, and I appreciate everything you've done.